I was born in Hawaii. I wish tourists knew these 13 things before you visited. For me, I lived in Hawaii for 8 years. I was priced out of paradise. It's freaking expensive to live there, but I loved it. Great consistent weather all year round. The best beaches you'll see in your life. Great culture, great food, great everything, right? But whew, it's expensive to live there. Everything's imported, so everything's expensive. Milk is expensive. One avocado costs $4. While here in Arizona, like a bag of avocados costs $4. But I digress. If you plan to visit Hawaii, this person has 13 things, and I'll put my input on them. The person who wrote this is named Ashley Forbes. Hopefully I said your last name correctly, so where's the list? Mistakes, tourist mag first. It's important to support local businesses. Yeah, I mean, like anywhere else, you want to support local businesses, so yeah, it's true. But for Hawaii, there's like a lot of like unique foods that you can get at Hawaii, like especially like poke, right? Maasadas, musubis, mochi. I mean, there's so many different types of unique foods that you'll find in Hawaii. And for some reason, the musubis and 7-Elevens are really good. They just are. Next one is listen to Tita no Lita. So littering, right? I mean, this should go anywhere. This isn't just like Hawaii exclusive, but like, I mean, tourists come in, they trash the place, and I see it all the time, especially at the beaches. I'm just like, what the hell, man? It's so rude. If you're the type of person who litters, that's just rude. So I don't know how you can, in good conscience, think it's okay to just throw your trash on the ground. So yeah, just don't litter, people. Not just in Hawaii, but everywhere. There are ways you can avoid damaging the coral reef, so sunscreen is a big one, right? Especially like the spray-on sunscreens or even the lotion ones, right? So now there's evidence out there that lotion's really bad for coral reefs. And plus, these are islands in Hawaii. There's 8 of them, so of course there's like, 4 of them are touristy. And, you go to the beach, so many beaches, put on the sunscreen. That sunscreen washes off your skin, goes in the ocean, decimates the coral reefs. But now there's more specialty sunscreen lotions out there and sprays that's coral reef friendly. So you'll be able to find those in Hawaii. So if you go to Hawaii, you'll find them at almost anywhere. Because I think they outlawed sunscreens unless they're coral reef friendly, if I recall. Before you go, you should take some time to learn the history of the Hawaiian culture and people. Yeah, I recommend that Hawaiian culture and Polynesian culture too. In Oahu, there's the Polynesian Culture Center. I always recommend that place for everyone to go to. That's a great place to learn about Polynesian culture. And there's also the Honolulu Museum, which is also great for learning Hawaiian culture too. And there's, some other history stuff around the world, but it's really good on Hawaiian culture. So yeah, that's a good one. Being local does not equate to being Hawaiian. Okay, yeah, I mean, you could be born and raised there, but it's just, you're a local, but you're not a Hawaiian, quote unquote, right? I mean, it is what it is. Like, I was born in Arizona, so I'm an Arizonan, right? Is there a specific race attached to it? I mean, there's only like 20 plus Native American cultures out here in Arizona. They're technically the people who should be rightfully known as Arizonans, but I mean, this is just subjective though, so it is what it is. Be wary to sun exposure. This is true. If you come from somewhere that's not like a Miami or like a Los Angeles, places where it's a lot of sun and your body's not used to it, you can easily get sunburned in Hawaii. Yes, the weather's like 72 degrees out there. It's not that hot, but yes, being out in the sun, you can get sunburned, and you can easily ruin your vacation that way. I've seen it happen a lot, actually. Again, coral reef friendly sunscreen. It can be detrimental to touch wildlife. Don't touch the wildlife. Yes, there are turtles, there are dolphins, there's monk seals, and all of that. Don't go up there and try to pet them. I don't know why people do this all the time. It's like seeing Yellowstone videos where people try to pet buffalo and they get trampled on. Or people try to pet moose in Alaska and they get beat up. Like, oh, it's dumb. Don't do it. But in Hawaii, they don't mess around there. They'll give you a fat $5,000 fee for trying to pet some of these animals like a turtle. turtles are hugely protective there, so don't do it. Pull over for locals and safety reasons. There's certain roads, I think like Road to Hana and Maui, like the roads are kind of narrow and there's certain parts where only one car can get through at a time. But even with these narrow roads, people want to pull over and like look at things. And I get it, there's not like a parking spot. Be like, holy crap, that's a waterfall. I want to go look at that. People just like try to pull over to look at it. It's not a good idea. I don't even know. I mean, Road to Hana, it's been a while since I've been there, so there's not that many designated places to really like stop and embrace it. So it's kind of one of those things that you just have to drive slowly, but keep going. Don't bother people who's like behind you, the locals too. But I know on Oahu, there's plenty of parking spots that you can pull over for scenery, like this one here on the picture. But yeah, just don't be that person, right, who annoys others. The sense of entitlement drives other people crazy too. Please drive with aloha. I mean, Hawaii is a very just relaxed place. What's the rush? And you have this collision course of like tourists who have terrible driving habits. By that I mean people who just drive like 20 over the speed limit. You'll be amazed that in Hawaii, especially the locals, they drive the speed limit maybe a little slower. I mean, what's the rush? Just chill. What the heck, man? Why are you trying to endanger me and everyone else on the road? So if you're a tourist there, oh God, I don't drive like you do at home. Drive more respectfully, because Hawaii is like barely America. So don't be a jerk. Otherwise, the locals will kick your ass. Seen it happen. They'll teach you respect. When in doubt, don't go out. So there's two big things I know about, like certain beaches or just getting into the water that doesn't have sand. You just kind of have to, like this picture here, it's like rocks and then boom, water. First, check to see if the water is pretty rough. If it is, if you're getting pushed around in that water, you could hit your head on a rock and you're kind of done. So be careful with the water. If the water is pushing pretty hard, just don't do it. It's not worth it. Another is brown water. So if there's brown water, don't go near it. It's dirty water. Plus, sharks could be around there too, because they're out there trying to get the small little fishes that's trying to get the food from the brown water. So that is something you should not do. Just don't get into brown water. It's gross. Don't do it. Okay, so that's a list. So thank you very much, Ashley, for having that. I agree with pretty much everything you have said. Things I want to add is that, people there in Hawaii are really nice. I hate to say that mainland Americans are so entitled, huge jerks. You come in that attitude there, the locals will teach you respect. Just be cool. That's all it takes. Be a good person. Be nice. If you're nice, then they're gonna treat you like Ohana, right? They're gonna treat you like family. It's just crazy how people have crazy attitudes coming from mainland to Hawaii, think they're tough and they could just be a pushover and drive bad and whatnot. I mean, for the most part, this list is just anywhere else in life, really. Just don't be a jerk. Drive responsibly. When you're speeding like crazy, you're endangering other people's lives. I don't care how impatient you are, whatever. It's not cool. The huge sense of entitlement, like, gosh, like people just throw trash. That one drives me crazy too. Touching the wildlife, trying to pick the wildlife, like, you shouldn't do that. But overall, I mean, Hawaii in itself is awesome, right? There's so much rich history there. I mean, you got Pearl Harbor. I recommend you go there. I recommend the cemetery, the Punch Bowl Cemetery there, which is basically the Arlington of the West Cemetery. It's beautiful out there and another place to respect those who've fallen and died for our country. Luau's, make sure you schedule a luau, and you got to schedule those in advance because those do book up. I know they're kind of pricey, but they're totally worth it. Luau's are awesome experiences. Hiking, plenty of good hiking in Hawaii. Plenty of good hiking. Gosh, I miss Hawaii so much. I wish I could go back, but it's expensive. I tried it. Didn't make enough. But I make more. I don't know. It's just weird. Like, I'm in the six-figure range, low six-figure range, but it's still six figures, but I still can't afford Hawaii, not comfortably anymore. It's crazy because on average, a house in Hawaii is more than $1 million. It's so nutty. Plus everything you need to get, your food is expensive as hell. Like, it adds up fast. I don't know how people do it because they do have a crazy homeless problem out there too. And because cost of living is so high, it's like the common complaint locals have there with their local governments, and local governments really don't care. They just care about the tourists. They come, spend their money, and leave. They treat the locals as if they're like that adult kid, who's 25, maybe in the 30s, still living at home, won't get out. They're just sucking up all the food in the house and running up the electric bill, whatnot. That's how the government there treats. I don't know. I'm going on a tangent there with Hawaii, but it's beautiful. It's wonderful. I miss it a lot. I feel like I'm missing so many more things about Hawaii. So please, whatever I missed, please leave a comment about it. I do read comments. Please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you. Have a good one.